This is condensed footage part 12. And you have to understand that I like to call different things Lucifer, their reptilian beings, due to me dilemmas. Not just their tactics, but their delusions also. Soon I'll make a condensed video. This is that video. This is that series. Like I told you, they always send me subliminal messages in every single thing I'm doing and every single place I go. It is always a dog, or something to do with women with red hair, or even regular hair, or something to do with kids, or something to do with gloves. And if you look at the commonalities, the common theme between all of the things misplaced in the store, it all adds up to dogs, girls, kids, gloves, and who else besides the reptilian Illuminati would be able to do that? And who else besides the reptilian Illuminati would want to turn someone who's saying they're Jesus into a little girl or a dog? And how would that make sense, you might ask? It's because they want to make me sin, they want to sexualize me, they're pedophiles, they want to control me, and so many other things I'll get into on another video.
I mean, like I talked about the other video, where I might have to reiterate these videos. That
you have to combine, where is that dog? It's not just a dog on the ground over there. It's not just like, it's not, if it was a dog near the bananas, that would also be something that I would write down. It's not just a dog randomly near the stuffed animal aisle. It's not a dog near, in just a basket. It's not a dog anywhere. It's in the girl aisle, right when I started noticing the signs. Right when I started talking with them wanting me to be a little girl and a dog, I started seeing dogs in baby carriages. I started seeing stuffed animals in baby seats. I started seeing them, like, carrying dolls everywhere with them, with red hair. Crazy, creepy, scary stuff that wouldn't make sense. Literally, like walking into a haunted Walmart, but it's not haunted.
Everyone had bananas, and it was like an obsessive amount of bananas. The day where the guy had 2 bananas and then 2 boxes that said think on it. The day where I said I'm, and I happened to be near the thing that I said Yoda a bunch of times, and it was matching up with whatever I was saying was matching up with whatever happened next. And then the days where there's a bunch of stuffed animals in that carriage, like way over there, and then I came over here, and there's a guy with chickens in this carriage, like 10 of them. Who would buy that? All the days where there's just...
Now, what I'm trying to say there is that there was a day where I started to make them feel as if they were getting voodooed into doing this, and I was voodooing them. I started making them feel like they were like action figures, and that I was controlling them into doing this. And they always try to make me feel however I make them feel. Like I talked about in the other video, where I started making them feel like they were on my leash, and they started sending me subliminal messages of hearts near the dog leash. They started sending me a subliminal message of a Spider-Man outfit near the cable cords that looked like a leash, because I said, what am I going to be like? I'm going to be like Spider-Man. They might think I'm the one rearranging all these stores or something. Hopefully not. And then a guy that said something about Satan, do you pray to Satan, and tried to insinuate that he was Jesus, at the same time as calling me baby Jesus, and he was talking about being Jewish at the same time as calling baby Jesus and Satan, which doesn't match up. And he put a belt in a carriage, walked away, went back to the carriage, picked it up, and walked away with it. That's not normal. I started seeing a bunch of people with action figures everywhere, like I've mentioned many times before. I have to mention that over and over again, because that's not normal. So there was a day where there's a bunch of, like, literally like 20 stuffed animals in one carriage, and then all of a sudden I walk over here, there's a guy with like 10 or 15 chickens. Who buys 10 or 15 chickens? You can't even fit that in the freezer. And then all of a sudden, I even said I knew they were trying to make me feel like I was food, and that I was being, like, voodooed by them, that I was their stuffed animal. You should have seen the video where there was a guy that was homeless, that only had a doll walk around them. There was a couple homeless people with baby carriages walking around.
Just random items placed everywhere, like I told you about, like this one. Just to reiterate on...
Like random stuffed animals placed everywhere?
This one. Because I was like, some shady. You can see, believe it or not, as a test and proof to show people, and license plate said GR and GD plus numbers and letters to test, and also bait loose for insane here, and if there's shampoo that said no you, no you.
There's a bunch of shampoos there that said no you, no you, no you, no you. It was a shampoo, and the headline on it said no you, and there was like 10 or 15 of them, because basically I was trying to make them feel like they were food, like no you, no you're food, and you're like a stuffed animal, you're like getting voodooed by me, not me on you. And it's crazy. It's crazy the way things match up. Now you have to bear with me. I can't tell you every single thing because the way things are. You just have to look at this evidence and know that there are commonalities between all of these subliminal messages are doing, and it would mean that they all work together. It would mean that they're all doing this against me, and who else besides the lizard people known as the devil would be hunting someone who's saying they're Jesus Christ?
Know you, because they were trying to make me feel like a stuffed animal in food, because I made them feel like action figures in food. And then after they tried to make me feel like that, there happened to be shampoos that said, no you over here, no you, no you, no you. I mean, it's normal to have kids. It's normal to have people itching themselves. It's normal to have holy hands. And she was making me, like, you know, Jesus Christ hands. They started doing it everywhere. I was like, dude.
Like I said, it's normal until you add the fact that they do it extra around me. This wasn't normal. I used to always notice them and watch them. And they would only do it a little bit. And they started doing it so much because they really genuinely thought I was going to get amnesia. They thought I was getting psychologically traumatized. Like, I reiterate every video just in case it's someone's first video. This is an emergency for humanity. People need to realize that this is real.
Everyone is holding.
You should have seen one time I had there was a guy who had a carriage with bra in it, underwear, and girl stuff. And it was just a guy walking in the carriage. There was one time a guy there was an empty carriage and all it had was like tampons in it. I mean, stuff that they want me to know is because they want to scare me, intimidate me, psychologically traumatize me. They want to make me look schizophrenic and delusional by hoping I'll record it. I mean, there's so many reasons why they're doing
hands. And sometimes I can say, dude, don't think I'm not Jesus just because I say dude. I'm not going to come back and talk to you. That's kind of normal. And then, what other stuff?
There's a video where the guy literally nodded at me and smiled on camera, and I didn't just give him a thumbs up. I didn't smile at him. I wasn't even talking to him. I was talking on the camera. And I even thought to myself, why would you do that?
I mean, anything else around here that's astray?
I mean, you don't think that's suspicious?
And, I don't really know what else to say. I say so much, I just want someone to notice. It's like, like the nurse. Oh, yeah, the nurse. Where there was a nurse that she told me I knew orders after they genuinely thought I was Hayden again. Where if Hayden Lonsdale was turned into Jesus Christ.
They started dyeing their hair red all over the place. And, like, hold on, look at this. This is a clear example of what I'm talking about.
Where if Hayden Lonsdale was turned into Jesus Christ.
Because I wanted the little girl to walk by when I was saying Hayden Lonsdale and Jesus Christ, so that they would think that I will turn into them, and that the person that makes it so it appears as though I'm seeing through time is working for them and not me, and that all they have to do is give me more evidence and keep doing this, and that they'll be able to turn me into a little girl or a dog afterwards. And they actually are believing in it because they're so desperate. It's like a police officer saying, yes, please commit these crimes, and if you do it on camera, then I won't arrest you.
Yeah, you know the way I do things, where they want to turn me into a little girl or a dog or a girl with red hair, so I match up, so I time it out. I time them walking around, so I can make it look.
And there's much evidence of me telling this video. It's not like me. It's actually happened. The first time I said it in a video, there's no way I would have been able to do it like that unless I was actually seeing through time and being able to predict something. It's like blackmail and psychological mentalist tactics.
Girls with hair or a god will make me into a dog if... I know it sounds crazy, but I'm trying to make it match up so that I say...
And then stuff like that, or that girl, she's just having her hand, like, right near her butt. And the other girl. But the other girl seems to... Hold on, watch this.
Jesus Christ and me, seeing how there's dogs and girls...
That's more normal. The girl on the left. The girl on the right just had her hand just right next to her butt. There's a bunch of people that
I'll be born again into a little girl.
I
that sounds crazy. I'm trying to get them to think that they have to reveal as evidence. They have to put evidence there where they're getting me. And they genuinely thought I was going to Hayden again. Or they thought I was Hayden again. I can explain more on that later, in depth. And then the lady said, your new job is to go pick up trash. And they genuinely thought they could control me into picking up trash. And the next day, as in today, I saw her, and she was trying to talk to me. She asked me if I needed a job in real estate. She asked me if I wanted to go to her office. She was like getting too close to me. She was speaking like she would speak English and start speaking Spanish or Portuguese, and she wouldn't answer my questions. And she would say my son is Jesus. She started talking about Jesus and other things. And then I asked the guy today, I said, do you believe in Jesus? He said, I believe in everybody. And the reason why I say everybody, when there's a girl that's like that, dressed in black with blue hair, that's like kind of like almost like
I'm trying to say everyone's Satan. Everyone's like a Satanist, but they're not. They're not the Satanists you think of. They're evil. They're the devil. They're not into gay and trans rights. They're not into human freedom. That's just how they're trying to subvert people away from religion and convince them that they shouldn't be religious. They're like enticing people.
Like androgynous, because they're all Satan.
Like, you know,
they're like Satanists, but that's their disguise. They're not actually like that. They disguise themselves as liberals to make everyone sin and greedy and hate each other. That's all they do. That's all they know how to do, it seems.
The episode where there was a unicorn and a stuffed animal in the baby carriage, right when I'm talking with them wanting me to be a little girl or a dog, and that they would put stuffed animals everywhere. Is that not suspicious? I think it's suspicious.
They don't really know how much you like. See that? Like even that, the petting the kid's head.
See how she was petting the kid's head, and that girl's red hair right there, because they want me to think like they think it'll molest me and make me into like make me susceptible into thinking I'm like their kid. And I mean, they're crazy. They're literally insane people. And they started dyeing their hair red more and more and more and more and more, and now it's so obvious, it's insane how no one can notice this. It's not normal.